This has been a dog's dinner of a budget, hasn't it? And it's the gift that keeps on giving for Labour's critics.
Well, I don't agree with everything in the budget. I think they did go too far on employers' national insurance contributions and on inheritance tax for farmers. I think there's a lack of... I think the problem the Labour Party has is they got far too few people who have experience of running businesses and knowing anything about farming, although now they've got 100 MPs who've actually got quite rural constituencies. But hey, what's going to really damage the British economy is if Donald Trump goes ahead and puts 20% tariffs on. And for a free marketeer like yourself, you should have mentioned that. You didn't. Why not?
Well, Trump's tariffs are a problem, which is why actually Brexit is a potential opportunity. As an independent sovereign nation, we can strike an individual trade deal with America to avoid those tariffs.
If we were still in Europe, we could join with the Europeans and we could have a lot more muscle. And there's going to be a whole range of issues over the next 4 years where if we were still in Europe and working together with Europe, then we would be in a better position than going it alone.
Michael Crick schools GB News' Mark Dolan on the problem of the Trump tariffs that Donald Trump has been touting since he won his election, and a lot before, to be fair. Former BBC political editor Michael Crick has recently appeared on GB News where he made some sharp points regarding the challenges Brexit poses to the UK in light of Donald Trump's promise to impose significant tariffs on US imports. Whilst Crick did criticise Labour's budget on issues like national insurance and inheritance tax for farmers, he also highlighted how, as a non-EU member, the UK now lacks the collective bargaining power it once had within Europe. During the interview, the host suggested that Brexit might actually be beneficial by enabling the UK to strike its own trade deal with the US. However, Crick quickly countered this notion, pointing out that by staying in the EU, the UK would have had considerably more influence, leveraging the collective weight of the EU's economy to negotiate favourable terms. Crick further explained that, as seen with the recent Australia and New Zealand trade deals, the UK's position has weakened outside the EU, meaning it often ends up on the less favourable side of agreements. In negotiating with the US alone, the UK would likely face pressure to make significant concessions, potentially affecting sectors like agriculture and public services such as the NHS. This could harm UK exports due to the EU due to the increased border checks, especially on goods heading to Northern Ireland, creating even more friction within the UK's political landscape. In short, Crick demonstrated that the Brexit path may limit the UK's ability to shield itself from these tariffs effectively, ultimately benefiting from a narrow range of sectors whilst making trade more challenging for the broader economy. But let me know what you think in the comments. I've been Jake from Just Jake, and as always, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.